for irrigation, rupees 132 billion for local government, rupees 11.25 billion for energy, rupees 22.5 billion for agriculture, livestock and fishery sectors. Sir, we have a number of schemes for upgradation of infrastructure in Karachi. We are upgrading the Damloti pumping station in Gadap Town, Malir at a cost of rupees 219.7 million. Comprehensive renewal through rehabilitation of sewage water, street lighting in Union Council 1 to 19 at a cost of rupees 3.5 billion. Strategic improvements in districts South, North Nazimabad and Malir, including Allama Rashid Turabi Road, Meva Shah Kabristan and 4K to Gulshan and Memar Corridor. Road construction and water sewerage and paver works in key UCs of district Malir, Kyamadi and Korangi, cumulatively exceeding rupees 5 billion. In addition, under the Karachi Neighborhood Improvement Program and click parks such as Akbali Playground, Bharat Park in Sadar and North Nazimabad were revitalized to offer safe green recreational spaces. So I spoke about our focus on the transport department. Sir, the Karachi Urban Mobility Project under the Yellow Line BRT work on depots and the Jam Sadiq Bridge is progressing swiftly. The bridge that we are replacing is near completion and inshallah will be inaugurated soon. The bridge that has to be rehabilitated, which is going to be demolished and a new bridge constructed there, inshallah we'll also complete that in the next 10 months. The red line BRT covering 29 kilometers is over 50% complete with the main corridor scheduled for completion within the next 6 months. We have earmarked rupees 1.1 billion for new diesel hybrid buses and rupees 3 billion for additional EV and double-decker buses under the PBS fleet. So we are working on the Safe and Smart Karachi program. Phase 1 of the Smart City costing 6.6 billion is nearing completion. Inshallah, in the next financial year, we will launch and complete phase 2 of the project also. Major projects slated for completion in financial year 25-26 in Karachi include the Kurangi Causeway Bridge over Marine River at N5, Sharai Bhutto and Kurangi Junctions, underpass at Karimabad, Gujar Nara flyover, improvement of traffic corridors, development of old city area, improvement of business areas, restoration of heritage markets, construction of major roads and flyovers in Scheme 33 District E, Shah Faisal Colony, Gujar Nala crossing Sir Shah Suleiman Road. These interventions aim to balance heritage preservation, commercial development and connectivity across districts. Even in the public-private partnership area, the Malir Expressway, now called the phase 0 of the Malir Expressway, will connect the Sharai Bhutto to the port is being done under the public-private partnership. The 5 million gallon per day desalination plant, TP4 sewage treatment and EV infrastructure charging will also be launched under PPP in the next financial year. So for the new initiatives of the next financial year include revolutionary governance with digital tools. We have embarked a journey to digitally modernize SIN's governance apparatus to make it responsive, transparent and citizen-centric. Centralized KPI monitoring dashboard is being constructed. Live communication tools for senior officers are being made. Blockchain-based land record reforms are being undertaken. Land is not only an economic asset, but also a source of livelihood and dignity for millions. We are eliminating the opaque, outdated and corruption-prone system of land records by digitally transforming land administration through blockchain. From 12 steps to single-step transaction. Property transfers will now be done in one-step e-transfer system. Tamper-proof ownership linked to CNIC will be made and blockchain integration will be done. Biometric verifications, people service centers, land titles will now be transferred digitally with biometric validation securely integrated with NADRA, FBR and the banks. The pilot implementation in Matiari and Sakkar district are underway. Birth registration revolution, we are striving towards a 100% coverage of births in partnership with NADRA and health institution. We are introducing a unified digital birth registration system. This ensures that every child born in Sindh is counted, cared for and connected to essential services. So agriculture has had a particularly bad year. The agriculture growth in large crops is negative and agriculture has grown at a mere 0.5%. In order to reinvigorate the agriculture sector, we have a number of programs for empowering Sindh farmers. We are launching the most ambitious agricultural reform agenda in Sindh's history. Our vision is clear: transform agriculture into a profitable, tech-driven and export-oriented sector, centered around the small and medium farmer. The Benazir Hari card is our gateway to empowerment. Over 200,000 farmers are already registered under the Benazir Hari card. What we have plans to provide free of cost laser land leveling services for farmers of up to 25 acres, farm machinery support of up to 80% subsidy in laser land levelers, super seeders, solar trolleys, hydraulic trolleys and solar tube wells. The impact we believe is going to be about 30 to 35% improvement in yield and 25% increase in the income of farmers. High efficiency drip irrigation system will be introduced. 80% cost support will be given to over 20,000 acres of high value orchards. Crop supported include mangoes, lemons, guavas, bananas, papayas and dates. We plan to give input subsidies for farmers to cushion our farmers against rising input costs. Targeted subsidies on fertilizer, quality seeds and pesticides would be provided across districts. The Pakistan People's Party-driven agriculture transformation of the public-private partnership model to integrate innovation, stability and value chain development in irrigation. We are going towards rice and wheat farming mechanization process through public-private partnership, cluster farming development projects, again in public-private partnership. We plan to open the Sindh Cooperative Bank to give credit access for progressive farmers. In the education and skill development, teacher-led school-specific budget. This is the first time anywhere in Pakistan where school-specific budget is going to be released, and we've created 34,100 plus cost centers. The finance department and the education department has worked very hard to ensure that financing will not now be available at the school level so that the school headmaster can spend for his immediate needs in the school. Operational budgets will now cover stationery, transport, co-curricular and sports activities, stipends for girls, furniture, playground maintenance and minor repairs. Sir, the assistive device outreach, next year we plan to benefit 40,000 persons with disabilities with this. The monthly stipend is going to be raised from rupees 2,000 to rupees 3,000, including free meals and uniform. Total outreach increase, our plan is to increase the total outreach from 70,000 to 120,000 beneficiaries. Sir, I'll talk about, we are developing youth centers in all districts of Sindh, and inshallah in the coming financial year, youth development centers will be operational in every district of Sindh. Through this initiative, we aim to transform youth into active stakeholders in Sindh economic and social progress, equipped with the tools, training and confidence to lead us into the future. So in the health sector, I'd like to talk about the Sindh Institute neonatology. This establishment is of 6 new satellite centers in Mirpur Khas, Kambar, Sajawal, Ghodki, Jamshoro and Shahadapur. Sir, SICHN now operates over 700 beds, exceeding the combined capacity of major private hospitals. All the private hospitals put together do not match what SICHN has done. In neonatal intensive care unit, NICU has 262 incubators, making it one of the largest networks in the world, if not the largest. Its pediatric intensive care unit with 114 beds is the largest in Pakistan. So we are going to expand SIUT in Larkana, and rupees 4.5 billion have been allocated for that. The Sindh Integrated Emergency Health Services fleet is going to be expanded from 283 to 508, including 25 rapid response bikes and 12 boat ambulances. Provisions have been made for all of these. 6 new thalassemia centers are being constructed. Installation of vessel monitoring system for our boats for traceability of fishermen at sea is being done. In the local government, I talked about the Damloti. There's a new pipeline that we're going to lay from Damloti to DHA, costing rupees 10 billion. The completion of Hub Canal project, inshallah, it will be completed. The additional canal will be completed in the next few months. We are allocating rupees 45 billion for sustainable development goals, and out of this 50% will be spent to provide clean drinking water and for wash facilities. We are allocating rupees 25 billion for home-based solar system. New initiatives under public-private partnership include West Karachi Recycling Project, the 5 million gallon per day desalination project, carbon emission reduction through forestation, right and wheat mechanization projects, fruit and vegetable cluster development, solarization of schools,